How's everyone doing? I have a Blu-ray and DVD update with 10 pickups right here. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them. And I did just watch Cloverfield, The Paradox. That was kind of another surprising thing. They've done that before in the past with 10 Cloverfield Lane, where it was kind of like, guess what? It's out. And now this one was on Netflix, so I decided to watch it, and I'll be doing a review for that coming up soon. Let me know if you've watched it as well, what you think of it. But now let's get into the pickups right here, and a lot of them I haven't seen, so I'll be doing full reviews for them once I do view them. First up is Day of the Dead Bloodline. This is another remake right here. This is from Lionsgate. I guess it's all about making money. It obviously doesn't live up to George A. Romero's original Day of the Dead. It wasn't a complete crap fest. I've seen worse. That's not a great thing to say about it. The positives, I will say, I'm going to do a full review for this, a full movie review for it, so I'll talk about it more in depth coming up. But the positives are Jonathan Scaich. He was really good as kind of the bub character, but he was named Max in here. Could have been called like a zombie Fatal Attraction, really. But they're, holed up in the military bunker, same kind of thing, zombie outbreak, all that kind of stuff, virus in here. But also I thought the gore effects were really good, but the acting was, some of it was cringe-worthy acting. It almost felt like it was just like added in later. It was just, it just didn't work. It just felt so unnatural, a lot of it. There was a couple ones that were good, like Jonathan Scaich, he was really good. He was pretty much the standout, the only really one that was the best acting was, but some of the acting was just, from this franchise, it deserves better than that. But again, I've seen worse. It's pretty generic, formulaic. The gore effects and Jonathan Scaich were the best parts about it, but I'll be talking about it more in depth coming up soon. It does have like a riveting horror, kind of going into depth, talking about the original one, talking about the cast and crew, and they're working on it and stuff like that. So you can tell that they actually had heart for it and appreciated the genre, but they needed to do better casting wise. That was a huge thing. Next up from Paramount is Suburbicon. This was directed by George Clooney, and I believe they were co-writers on here were the Coen brothers. And watching it, I didn't know that initially. Watching it, I was like, this feels like a Coen brothers movie, and then I saw at the end. It's kind of like a dark comedy. It's set in the late 50s. I wish they would have focused on the neighbors next door and dealing with the racial tensions there. It's throughout the movie that happens. It's a small, suburban development, and obviously kind of goes deeper into it. That not everything is as picturesque as it seems, but throughout the time there's a African-American family that moves in next door, and all the white people are like picketing if we don't want them here. So kind of they show a lot of that, but I wish they would have delved a little bit more into it instead of the story with Matt Damon and Julianne Moore on that family. But I still liked it, and I loved the way that it ended. I liked that was a nice note. But it has a lot of dark humor. I would definitely consider it more of a dark comedy than a mystery thriller, even though it has those aspects. But you could definitely see the one thing coming a mile away. So there really wasn't anything too fresh or new here. But I like the way that it was played. I like the acting roles. Again, I wish they would have played up a little bit more with the neighbors. But overall, everybody played their parts very well. I wanted a little bit more from it, but I still thought it was enjoyable. And again, I like the dark, quirky comedy that the Coen brothers utilize a lot in their films. So yeah, it's a dark, late 50s kind of vibe going on with the comedy aspect. But I still dig it. Just wanted a little bit more. And next up is Brotherhood of the Blades 2. This is a prequel to the first Brotherhood of the Blades movie, and this is released from Welga USA. Once I do view it, I'll do a review for it and a giveaway for one Blu-ray copy. This is Wuxia, which is martial arts in traditional China. It's the setting for it. That's what is Wuxia is, kind of the genre. And it's they're trying to find the truth behind the conspiracy that framed this one character and his partners, and he's trying to find this woman that could help. So that's the prequel right there for Brotherhood of the Blades. This is part 2. So look forward to that coming up soon. Next up from Welga USA is Gintama, which is based on a best-selling manga, and this looks nuts. I guess there's like an alien race that comes down and takes over, and samurais are, reduced to handymen, and they have to find this cursed sword to stop it from falling into the wrong hands, and it looks ridiculous and quirky, and I like the artwork over there. I've seen that little duck thing before. I just didn't realize that this is what it was from. I'm not familiar with the manga, but I'll be looking forward to it. It looks, again, quirky, offbeat. I'm expecting martial arts and weird humor. Next up are 3 ones right here, which are from, they're all like sexploitation. They're from film media. And then there's Something Weird, which I remember the DVD label for Something Weird. But yeah, these are all kind of like 60s, 70s films. Cries of Ecstasy, Blows of Death. And this also has Invasion of the Love Drones. So yeah, they're Blu-ray DVD combo packs. And yeah, they sexploitation seems to be the key right here. It's funny because these were, I guess, review copies, but I never requested them. They just like showed up in the mail. I know I checked out one of the Joe Sarno double feature ones a while back last year. So I guess this is more than that. This is Racy Reels from Something Weird Volume 1. And then this is Volume 2 right here. And this one is Female Chauvinists and Hot Connections. Female Chauvinist, I was reading the description of it in the back. After infiltrating a feminist training camp, a recruit hires her boyfriend as the handyman, where he is discovered by the militant leader. Taking pity on him, the ladies decide to keep him as a stud, proving not all feminists are hardcore lesbians. I couldn't imagine if like this getting greenlit nowadays. But yeah, because everything's very PC. But yeah, it sounds crazy, and then Hot Connections down there too. I remember there was a few different crazy Something Weird video releases on DVD a while back. I haven't even heard of any of these ones, so this was an interesting surprise. I was opening up, I was like, what is this? And I was like, and next up, here's a Joe Sarno retrospective series ones. Deep Throat Part 2 and Pandora and the Magic Box. But then on the back, it apparently has a couple more movies. It also has A Touch of Genie and The Switch. So there's 4 movies on this set right here. Right there. And I do like the clear cases that they're doing right here. And they're kind of trying to release more restoring of more obscure titles and films that they feel deserve to get more widespread exposure. So I will give some of these a fair chance. You know, it could be interesting. Hopefully it'll be more than just, you know, Ho-Time, Skinamax kind of stuff. But next up is Broad City Season 4 from Comedy Central, and this was released from Paramount. I like Broad City. I think it's just, you know, kind of offbeat, quirky comedy. A lot of stuff that deals with topics today in the news, and a lot of smoking weed in here. I didn't, you know, watching a few episodes recently, I didn't realize how much that was in here. There was like the Magic Shrooms episode, I remember that. And they have Sandra Bernhard in here. RuPaul is in here too. Not in Drag. And they have a bunch of different, you know, cameos and stuff. Hannibal Buress makes a bunch of appearances in here. He's a really funny comedian. So there you go. There's Broad City Season 4 in recyclable case. 2-disc set. There you go. And next up is Kill Order. This is from RLJ Entertainment. And this one seems like like the synopsis of it seems like a bunch of films have done this same kind of one. A group of armed men break into a school classroom and they target this one quiet kid, and he has these weird memories that he can't, you know, figure out. And then all of a sudden he, you know, fights them off and tries to run away and, you know, fight to survive. And he's got superhuman strength and fighting skills. Apparently his eyes glow too, and if you can see that. So I feel like this kind of you know, whole formula has been done before, but nice clear case, which it's a DVD only on this one. But I like when the Blu-rays or DVDs come in the clear cases, kind of stands out for me. And I like the slip cover right there. So I guess he's got, you know, all kinds of, his eyes glow, his arms glow and have lightning coming out. Looks crazy interesting. The trailer did look pretty good as far as the fighting sequences and stuff like that. So I'm going to be checking that out soon. So there you go. If you've seen any of these movies or TV show, let me know what you think of them, and let me know what your favorite pickup from this lot is as well. And expect more reviews and stuff coming in the future, more in depth, and giveaway as well. So look forward to that, and hope everybody's doing well. Take care.